You know 5 of the longest words in the English language. What is the longest word?
Pneumono ultra microscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
Okay.
Let's talk about big words in English. You know the kind I'm talking about. The long, confusing words with lots of syllables, like this one. And this one. And this one. And let's not forget one of the longest words in the history of English.
It's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Okay, so that word is a made-up word, and it's from the Disney movie Mary Poppins. But you get the idea. English has some pretty big words in it, and as those words get longer and longer, the pronunciation gets less and less clear. Like a word such as success. This word is just 2 syllables, easy to pronounce. Now let's add some suffixes to it, like successful, successfully. And now it's a 4-syllable word. But wait, we can add a prefix to it and make it even longer. Unsuccessfully. These types of long words can be so difficult to pronounce correctly, but I've got a trick for you that will help you to pronounce these long words perfectly, and it's called the backwards trick. So stick around. This trick works like magic every time, and I'm going to share it with you next. Let's start with words you're probably familiar with. Take a look at these fairly common 6-syllable words. Now say these words out loud. If these words were well known to you, then you probably didn't have to do anything special in order to pronounce them correctly. They're possibly so familiar that you've memorized them at this point. But what about less familiar words like these? Maybe you know these words and maybe you don't, but let's assume you don't know them and you've never heard them pronounced before. But you see one of them in a book you're reading and you want to know how to pronounce it. So you go to a dictionary, search for the word, and see this. Helpful, yes, but you're still struggling to pronounce it correctly. You keep placing stress on the wrong syllable. You keep saying voluminosity because the root word volume does have stress on the first syllable. But that's not how this word is pronounced. So what do you do here? How can you break the habit of saying voluminosity and switch your pronunciation to voluminosity? You use the backwards trick. It works like this. First, you spell out the word phonetically. Then, you separate out the syllables. And you practice the pronunciation starting with the last syllable instead of the first syllable. Once you can say that correctly, add in additional syllables, one at a time, as you work your way to the beginning of the word. Then say the full word, starting at the beginning. And just like that, you'll have said the word correctly. Why does the backwards trick work? I don't know. This technique really is like magic. It must be related to how the brain processes information, like syllables, timing, rhythm, and stress, and it results in this backwards trick. If anyone knows the mechanism that explains why this works, please let me know in the comments. So let's practice with a few of the 6-syllable words I listed earlier. I'll show you how the word is pronounced phonetically. Then, I'll show you the syllable breakdown. The syllables with the primary stress will be in all capital letters. The syllables with secondary stress will have just one capital letter. and the syllables that are weak or unstressed will be in lowercase. We'll start with the final syllable and work our way towards the beginning of the word. And just like that, you'll be able to pronounce these long and confusing words perfectly. D, D, D. Sari, sari, sari. Nosity, nosity, nosity. Monosity, monosity, monosity. Luminosity, luminosity. Luminosity. Voluminosity, voluminosity, voluminosity. Shin, shin, shin. Cation, cation, cation. Vacation, vacation, vacation. Defecation, defecation, defecation. Desertification, desertification. 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 Nick, Nick, Nick. Genic, genic, genic. Nagenic, nagenic, nagenic. Cinegenic, cinegenic, cinegenic. Hallucinogenic, hallucinogenic. 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 Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you will use the backwards trick to help you master any tricky pronunciations you encounter. And I challenge you to use the backwards trick today as you learn a new vocabulary word. Let me know in the comments how it goes. I'd love to hear about it. If you liked this video, here's an easy way that you can show your support. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button or add a comment below. This is the best way to show your support, and it's entirely free and takes no time at all. Every subscriber helps, so please click that subscribe button. And if you want to train with me for free, then I've got a fantastic free course for you called English Pro Lite. The link to enroll in English Pro Lite is in the description below. And in this course, you'll learn the highlights of the American accent, including the top vowels, consonants, syllable stress patterns, linking patterns, and reductions that native speakers are using in their everyday conversations. So if you like free training, then be sure to enroll in English Pro Lite now using the link in the description. Oh, and one more thing. If you want exclusive practice videos that you can watch here on my channel, then join my channel now and become a member. I upload new practice videos and audio lessons to my YouTube channel every month, and these are for YouTube members only. So click the join button below now so you can start learning with this exclusive practice content. Thanks again for watching and happy practicing!